welcome the viewers to watching us on ERi-TV, presenting you the domestic and international news prepared for this session live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Hermela Girmay, inviting you to join us on our tonight's news broadcast. Let's start with the major headlines. Microcredit and saving program in Ansaba region. Training on administration and leadership in Ansaba region. Russian Foreign Minister deems any Western military presence in Ukraine unacceptable. And India announces record military spending. On your domestic and brief. At an activity assessment meeting conducted in Keren on 31st January to review the activities of the microcredit and saving program in Ansaba region, a call was made to enhance awareness-raising activities with a view to encouraging individuals to benefit from the program in groups. Mr. Goitom Haptatsion, head of the program in the region, reported that in 2025, there were 2,552 customers, including over 55% females, and that over 32 million nakfa had been distributed. He also said that the rate of loan repayment increased by 8%, while loan distribution increased by 1.3%. Regarding the program for 2026, Mr. Goitom said that loan distribution and collection, as well as organizing awareness-raising activities down to the level of administrative areas, are among the priority activities. The participants, on their part, called for the active participation of administrators at all levels in encouraging customers to repay their loans on time, organizing training programs for new customers, working diligently to ensure the public has a proper understanding of the program, and ensuring customers are identified by their respective administrative areas. Noting that the main concern of the program is the development of its customers, Mr. Tafla Asmerom, acting head of the program, called on the public and partners to play their due role in the development of the program. Commending the efforts that the microcredit and saving program is exerting to enable citizens to become beneficiaries of the program and improve their livelihoods, Ambassador Abdullah Musa, governor of the Ansaba region, called on citizens to take advantage of the program. In the Ansaba region, there are 133 village banks with over 10,000 customers in the subzones of Haggaz, Keren, Elaborate, and Hamil Malo. The National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in Ansaba region organized a training program on administration and leadership for 177 secondary school students from all schools in the region. The training program was conducted in Keren from 26th to 31st January. Mr. Tahir Salah, head of organizational affairs of the Union branch, indicated that the training covered concepts of administration and leadership, basic politics and ideology, psychological victory, nation and nationalism, planning and evaluation, as well as time management and communication. As part of the program, the participants visited historical sites around the city of Keren and were provided briefings by experts from the tourism department in the region. Noting that the program was part of the 5-year strategic plan, Mr. Azazi Barakat, head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the region, urged the participants to earnestly work for the implementation of the union's programs in their respective schools. Indicating that nation building is a process that involves generations, Ambassador Abdullah Musa, governor of the region, called for integrated efforts in programs that target the youth. In related news, the Culture and Sports Department in Gashbarka region provided training on administration and leadership to over 40 youth athletes from the 13 subzones of the region. The training covered administration skills, popular campaigns, self-management, resource management, time management, and conflict resolution. Sahel Jamahir Association conducted its annual meeting on 30th January in Kamchawa of Abbas subzone. The annual meeting included a tour of historical sites in the subzone. Mr. Mohammed Nur Rajib, administrator of the Abbas subzone, noting the history of Kamchawa during the armed struggle for independence and the perseverance of the people, commended those who organized the event in the area. The meeting reviewed activities conducted in 2025 in terms of achievements registered and challenge encountered. Participants also discussed programs for 2026. During their visit to the historical sites, participants were provided briefings on the historical significance of the areas they visit during the armed struggle for independence. At the event, various sports competitions were conducted and winners received their rewards from Mr. Lu'ul Gabrab, Minister of Labour and Social Welfare and Chairperson of the Sahel Jamahir Association. Sahel Jamahir Association was established in 2022 during the Jubilee anniversary of the liberation of Na'fa and has 170 members. Dear viewers, do stay tuned for our international news right after the short break. Welcome back. The deployment of Western troops and military infrastructure on Ukrainian territory is unacceptable and will be regarded as an intervention, Russian Foreign Ministry Sergei Lavrov said yesterday. Lavrov criticized the approach to resolving the crisis proposed by Ukraine and Western countries, which involves the deployment of multinational forces to ensure Ukraine's security. According to him, such a measure effectively means creating a bridgehead for further confrontation with Russia. India has earmarked $85 billion for military spending in its budget for the 2026 and 2027 fiscal year, marking a record 15% increase, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has told Parliament in her annual budget speech. The sharp rise follows a brief military conflict with neighboring Pakistan in May 2025. Capital expenditure for the armed forces has been set at $23 billion, aimed at funding major procurement programs. India and Pakistan traded fire from May 7th to 10th following a militant attack on April 22nd in Jammu and Kashmir that killed 26 people. The clashes involved the extensive use of missile systems, underscoring the growing role of the long-range strike capabilities. The increased expenditure is expected to go towards Indian purchases of fighter aircraft, naval ships, and modern warfare equipment, including drones, the week reported. India is looking to create a rocket missile force with weapons that can hit target at different ranges, the Chief of the Army Staff said, explaining that such a force is essential to boosting combat effectiveness. Dear viewers, we are done with the news prepared for this session, and now it's time for a quick recap of the major headlines. Microcredit and saving program in Ansaba region. Training on administration and leadership in Ansaba region. Russian Foreign Minister deems any Western military presence in Ukraine unacceptable. And India announces record military spending. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all for tonight. Thank you for having us and have a blessed one.